Day 2 of Browns minicamp, and it's what we've all been waiting for. Odell Beckham Jr. spoke to the media today. We had to wait a little longer than we expected. He spoke after practice instead of before, but Mary Kay, he certainly delivered today, and the first time we've gotten a chance to talk to him since the trade happened. And he spoke to us at the beginning of the offseason program, but it's the first time we've talked to him since then. And again, I mean, he's polished, he knows what he's doing, and he certainly delivered.
He really did. He's great in these types of situations. He delivers a wonderful press conference. He did the same thing when he was here on April 1st. And, you know, you really kind of hang on every word, and every other sentence is a soundbite or a headline, it seems. He did a great job. He talked about he feels something in the air. He says he feels giddy. He feels like a kid again. He raved about Baker Mayfield. He also said that Freddie knew what the plan was for the offseason program, and those guys are on the same page, and they're fine about that. So all kinds of things in there.
Scott, your first impressions of Odell here today?
I think it was a lot similar to, like Mary Kay said, the introductory press conference. But we did cover a lot of ground. There were a lot of things to talk to him about, and he seemed to know that he was supposed to talk about certain things. You know, he seemed to come prepared almost in a way. It didn't sound rehearsed, but he's somebody who's very articulate and who will really describe what he's talking about. You know, he talked about wanting to be here to win championships and to build legends and things like that, and really got into that side of it to I think let people know that, you know, that's the reason he's here. It's not so much the money, it's not so much the fame and all these things that he has to deal with. It's winning, and he made a good job of getting that point across.
And I think to me the thing that stood out is, you know, sometimes it's easy to forget when a guy's not here, but this is a bona fide superstar. This is a guy that has been in the league. Everybody knows who Odell Beckham is. You know, there were kids that weren't even NFL fans doing the Beckham catch out on the playground back when he was with the Giants. So this is a guy who is a true superstar, and it seems like he knows that he's playing with a guy in Baker Mayfield too that can be a true superstar.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he really did talk a lot about Baker, and he reiterated that he does see the Brett Favre type of greatness in him. He does see him as a future Hall of Famer. He did say something interesting. He said, he's really got an arm, and I have to adjust to those passes, and it's going to take a little while. So he was like, I'm glad that we don't actually have to play a game until September. But he did talk a lot about great expectations, and just hearing him speak, you really buy into and believe that this team is going to be something special.
And Scott, I know you're writing about the defense today, and we got to see Odell get locked up with Denzel Ward a little bit, which obviously is going to be a good thing for both of those guys.
Yeah, we did. Denzel almost picked off one pass. I think it might have been the first one thrown his way from Baker, kind of knocked it down. And there were a couple other times. There was one time where he physically moved Jermaine Whitehead out of the way so he could pick up Odell in the slot. Another one, another time we saw some grabbing going on, and Odell kind of talked about it afterwards. He said, yeah, there was some grabbing, but I might, push off on the next play. It's all about competition and just making each other better.
All right, so we will have full coverage of everything that happened here at minicamp, but really about what Odell Beckham had to say as he finally talked to the media today, all at cleveland.com/Browns.